Right, so the coin we're covering today is Harvest Finance, or the Farm token. And this is a project we've covered before in the past, and it's a very exciting new entrant into the DeFi ecosystem. It's actually not all that new. Harvest just celebrated its 1 year anniversary about a week ago. But if you aren't familiar with Harvest in general, it is essentially creating a way for everyday crypto investors who want exposure to the DeFi ecosystem but don't have, the time and the resources or IQ to spend all day yield farming and finding the best yielding pools of liquidity. And even someone like myself who works in crypto, I just don't have the time or, the willingness to dig deep and get the most out of DeFi that I really should be. So Harvest essentially does that for its investors, and get it's almost kind of like a pseudo index play that gives you access across the best DeFi pools and strategies, basically automating the farming process by reselling and compounding and staking the funds invested. It provides value to the holders of farm by taking 70% of the profits they make and then puts them back into the farming pools to get more yield. And then another 20% gets distributed as rewards for farmers who stake their farm tokens. And then the remaining 10% is used to increase the value of the actual farm token. So very solid economics all around. On the bearish side of things, however, what may keep some investors away is its history. Back in October of last year, soon after its launch, Harvest went through a flash loan attack that drained $34 million worth of USDC and USDT, taking the price from 425 down to $100 per token almost instantly. They, have since fixed the issue and have been audited up and down. So confidence has been somewhat built back, but that will always kind of be a stain on the project. But honestly, the Harvest team really has gone above and beyond, almost borderline overboard on ensuring the security of the project. They finished 4 audits by the big 4 labs, Hecky Labs in September of last year, Peck Shield as well in September, CertiK in November, and PQA or Process Quality Audit successfully finished their audit earlier in this year, and they passed all 4 with with flying colors. So fingers crossed that should be in the past. Hopefully they put that in the rearview mirror. But yeah, the project kind of just remains one of those super undervalued picks that we kind of keep our eye on. And obviously, none of this is financial advice. Do your own homework. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, yada yada. But at these price levels, it could be getting down to a level where it's very compelling and very undervalued, at least in my opinion. As of today, Harvest is trading at $206 per token, just slightly down on the day in the past 24 hours. But just a month ago, Farm was at 383, and earlier in the year, about 3 months ago, it was at 430. And in that time, the project has made a huge deal of traction. So fundamentally, if it was a decent value back then, it should be a steal at today's prices. And its market cap is only $128 million. And for a coin that is listed on Coinbase, that just screams undervalued to me. But obviously, do your own research. I want to reiterate. And traction wise this week, they launched 3 new balancer vaults on Polygon. They formed a multi-sign with Yell Finance and Spooky Swap. There's new vaults with Zero Goki. They successfully launched Fertilizer with Stakewise, which is kind of a cool new airdrop to reward the farmers in the ecosystem. So momentum is building, and the project is getting stronger and getting a lot of traction while the market cap goes down, which is kind of what we like when we are looking for those, deep value picks that the rest of the market is ignoring or is just kind of forgotten about. But anyway, yeah, Harvest Finance, one of those that is just a really interesting, project. And trading wise, if you're a scalper, it's kind of a scalper's paradise. It has these really weird, it'll kind of hover and kind of climb down for a little bit, and then you yank right up to, the ceiling and go up, like 100% in a day or something. But then we'll fall right back down. So it's, one that's probably manipulated by whales, especially with a low liquidity, and one that is listed on the big exchanges. So you kind of have to watch out for that or take advantage of that if you're smart enough to do that. That's not a game I play, but it's one that certainly is interesting, especially if you look at this chart. If you're listening to us on YouTube as opposed to Spotify and the iTunes, it looks almost like an EKG, where it's just like you'll have these huge climbs up, and from whatever kind of huge volumes or manipulation or something. But that's just another thing to kind of keep an eye on. But yeah, let me know if you guys are still holding farm, if you guys yield farming with farm and what your experience is like, and let me know your price predictions for harvest and where you think it's going in the future or even just by the end of the year. And yeah, as always, hit the like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching and listening there. Any help is huge, and give us a rate and review on Spotify and iTunes if you're listening there. And then if you want to use BlockFi, use that link down below to get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you sign up with BlockFi. We love BlockFi. The APY is just kill traditional finance. I mean, 8% on USDC and USDT, and 4.5% on Bitcoin, 5% on Ethereum. They also have Uniswap and even like the Brave browser BAT token. But yeah, we really like BlockFi. Love the partnership. But yeah, go get that $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you use that link. So shilling BlockFi now. I'm going to stop yapping and hit stop record, but that's Harvest Finance. And we will be back tomorrow with another coin analysis for you. Bye bye.